Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 335 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. Where guys, we continued on to the Taniwha in the last video, and I want to continue the conversation. I just said they've probably never had their lives saved by one either, though. I didn't expect to get saved by one of you, but I'm glad I did.
The Taniwha says, "You have a good point. I think if a lot more humans met a Taniwha that wanted to help and care for them just like Kaiwiri does, then they might think differently upon us. But sadly, we usually get treated very rudely by your kind, so it turns us off of trying to protect you."
Did you have to use the word turn off? Really? Trust me, I know. Period. I get treated badly by people. As well. The Tanya says, really? Even your own kind treat you badly? That's sad. Humans can be very cool creatures sometimes. I just love how this Tanya just wants to roast people. Literally. Although, oh my gosh. Most of the love I show goes to the animals that I care about. Like you all. Or Pokemon. Period. I even have a friendly pet dinosaur. What in the world are they gonna think about that? They just hear me mention a dinosaur and like, what the frick? Are you kidding me? Oh wait. I work at a studio as the owner of the building, but one of the hosts found an egg and a baby T-Rex popped out of it. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The Taniwha says, "A baby Tyrannosaurus Rex just popped out of one of the eggs, really? That seems a little strange, but I guess it is not my place to question how a dinosaur is still alive. I guess anything is possible in these times. Your life sounds exciting, Trenton. Do you have any other animals in that studio of yours?"
Studio. The only one is that one, unless you go to the Flip and Shadow clones where I have Blaze the robot dragon. I have a robot dinosaur security system that is 50% real. Period. He's not fully real. Oh my gosh. Alright.
The Taniwha says, a robot dinosaur security system made from real dinosaur parts? If that is true, that sounds kinda cool, but also very dangerous. But anyway, do you have any other kind of animals that you keep as pets? Something maybe friendlier than a dinosaur, if you know what I mean?
A dog. Period. We used to have a lot of dogs, but most of them have passed away. Oh my gosh.
The Taniwha says, oh, I am very sorry to hear that. You must have been very attached to them. It is sad when animals of any kind pass away, especially ones that you are very attached to. I am sorry you had to go through that.
It's alright. Most of them have been gone for years now, so it don't bother me as much. Period. I always have had the wrong way. Some more dangerous than others. You don't, Rexy?
The Taniwha says, I see. But it seems to me that you are a very busy person, Trenton. You seem to run some kind of studio and you work there as the owner. You also have a bunch of pets of all kinds, some more dangerous than others. Just how do you do so much? Do you let other people help you out? I would imagine that you can do all of those things on your own.
I can't trust any of my employees at the studio I work at. They tried to get the dinosaur security system robot to attack me. Even when he himself did not want to. Wow.
The Taniwha says, they tried to get that T-Rex-like robot that you said you have to attack you, even if the robot itself did not want to? Wow, those employees sure are bold. Why would they even want to harm their own boss like that?
Because they hate me for some reason, I'm guessing. But I don't know why. I am not a bad boss.
The Taniwha says, you do not sound like the type of boss that is mean and cruel to their employees. You actually sound quite nice, Trenton. Why do they hate you so much? Did you do something to upset them?
Not as I know of. Not as I know of. As I know of.
The Taniwha says, there must be some kind of reason for them hating you. But anyway, how long have they been trying to get that robot to attack you for? I hope you did not get too injured from it.
There was one time where they had a bunch of evil clones of the original robot dinosaur, and they were all programmed to be evil and aggressive. Period. The original one, they even had a system in place where if one of them touched the original, it would reprogram him and turn him evil as well. Wow. That's a clone. It came out wrong. Period. They were evil clones. Not clowns. The clones were reprogrammed. Clones were programmed not only to be evil, but to also reprogram the original, making him evil too. What do you say? What? And put evil clowns up here.
The Taniwha says, the evil clowns reprogrammed the original robot into an evil one as well? Wow, they must really hate you, Trenton. They went far enough to reprogram one of your most trusted robots in the studio into an evil creature. What did that robot do after it got reprogrammed? Did he harm you?
Luckily, in most cases, I didn't get harmed, and I stopped him before he could attack me. But there was one time where he had me pinned against the wall and was hurting me. Oh my.
The Taniwha says, Your own robot that is supposed to protect you from danger tried to harm you at one point? That is very bad. You said that it hurt you? Did it leave any kind of serious injuries with you?
I don't think so. But he came very close on a lot of occasions. A lot of occasions to attacking me. The only reason he stopped was either because of an override code, or he heard me and fought back against the programming. No. Fought. Oh, wait. Back against the programming. Oh, that's gonna.
The Taniwha says, you mean, you actually managed to convince that robot that they reprogrammed to not harm you, despite the fact that they made a robot that is supposed to protect you from danger want to kill you? Wow, that robot must have some kind of affection for you if you did that. You are such a miracle worker, Trenton.
I don't know.
I cannot even put into words how impressed I am about you with that. But how did you pull that off? I am very curious to know.
Sometimes just me talking to him helped. Period. Telling him that I cared about him and loved him. Even if he was part machine. But that unfortunately didn't always work. And I had to do an override code or system shutdown. Emergency shutdown.
The Taniwha says, you actually managed to talk some sense into a robot that was trying to kill you? I have never heard of a human pulling something like that off before. You are truly impressive, Trenton. You say that it did not always work, though. Did they ever reprogram that robot again?
Dead gum. Yeah. They would either hack into his system they would either hack into his system, and make him lose control, or or would turn him evil due to the clones. Period. They even kept re-adding the evil mode back to his system, and even had a permanent evil mode hidden away. There we go.
The Taniwha says, they kept hacking into the robot and changing its controls then? So they would not stop, no matter how much you talked to him or anything, huh? Wow, that must be extremely sad knowing that the robot that you trusted always turned on you whenever it got hacked. It must have felt terrible knowing that you would never be safe because of them.
I even reprogrammed the evil clones of him, but they kept getting turned against me all over again as well. Alright guys, as soon as I get done reading whatever as soon as this one gets done, as soon as he gets done reading out what he says here, I'm going to go inside this video.
The Taniwha says, wow, so even if you reprogrammed that robot or even had your own override command, they still found ways to undo everything you did? They were pretty determined to get that robot to harm you, I will give them that. I must ask though, Trenton, is that robot still around the studio? Or did something happen to them?
The robot's fine. Period. I still have to deal with the problems every once in a while. But whenever I'm around him, he just likes me and doesn't never want to hurt me. He really does care about me. It's just with his programming malfunctioning and getting turned evil that stops me from being able to connect with him. As much as I want to. There we go. Oh wait.
The Taniwha says, so you still keep the robot around despite him almost harming you a few times? You must have a strong connection with that robot if you can forgive that. Just how close are you to the robot? Are you like best buddies almost?
I guess you could. the story of that robot is actually really tragic. That robotic form of his was the only reason he survived a terrible incident. He cares about me because I actually care about him, and I think about him as more than just a security system robot, but the same living dinosaur that he used to be. You want to share any story of his life with me? Oh.
The Taniwha says, "Really? The robot form was the only reason he survived? I am actually kind of curious about the robot now. Do you mind sharing the story of his life with me, Trenton?"
The only really thing I know is that he got attacked by another dinosaur, and some scientists that worked at my studio found him and turned him into a security system robot. But some of the people that worked on his programming put in that evil mode I told you about.
The Taniwha says, he was turned into a robot after he got attacked by another dinosaur? That makes me think that he must have been attacked pretty bad. Do you know what kind of dinosaur it was that attacked him? I think it was very nice of the scientist that used to work at your studio to save him like that. But not so much for them to put the evil mode in his programming like that.
There is a few trustworthy employees. Trustworthy employees. But unfortunately, I think that scientist that rebuilt him also was part of the reason for the evil mode, hoping to use it against me or anybody else. It's kind of sad if you think about it. Alright, guys, I'll be back.